So, for you telling me that billionaires hire you as an interim CEO because not always do every billionaire on the planet knows how to run a business.
Most of them don't know how to run a business.
And there's something that's very unique about you and how you think that I would say makes you stand out compared to all the other consultants out there who have the same claim. So how is it that you think, and what is it that you're doing differently?
I think, first of all, I'm a disruptive personality. I think in an awkward world. I'll give you an example for it. I get to this company, and the CEO is telling me, there's a CEO there. He's telling me the investors of this company, which is one of the biggest companies in the world, who invested in them. We're very happy with the company until a couple of months ago. The company used to make for them $90 million. Like $90 million. What is this?
No, don't worry, I'm listening. I'm listening. Go on.
The 90 minutes, $90 million per year. It's a company of 70 people. $90 million was fine, not good enough because they wanted it to be a $300 million, per year company in revenues. So this CEO, he gets the position, and he sees that the company is making only $5 million. Basically, the investors told him, fix it or close it, and we'll pay you $1 million. That was the statement. Fix the company or close it. Anyway, you will get $1 million. That was the CEO. Okay. So he was searching for a consultant. So first of all, what he did, he went to the big consulting firms. None of them wanted to take this job. Not because they didn't want to be paid well. They said that they don't know how to solve the issue. So one of the companies told him, look, there's this crazy guy, Offer Breyer. You hire him, he will take anything. I mean, this guy, he knows, he can make miracles. So I took the company, I came to the company, and I had a talk with him. And then he said to me, I said to him, I'm sorry, I want to interview all the VPs. I interview VP of R&D, VP of this, VP of this. All of them are great people. And then I was interviewing the VP sales. And I felt that there's something wrong. I didn't know what it is exactly. He seems to be like a very, very, very professional guy. So how come they're making only 5 million instead of 90 that they've done last year? Something is totally wrong there. Something happened. Because he's a good salesperson. So I decided to interview his salespeople. He had like 11 people in his team.
Yeah.
And then I found why they make only 5 million. You see, he was an amazing salesperson, but not the manager of a team of salespeople. He made the 5 million by himself, and all the rest of them didn't make any for a whole year. So I came back to the CEO. I said to him, okay, we are going to fire the VP sales. So he says to me, are you crazy, Breyer? He's the only person who knows how to sell here. I said, exactly, that's the problem. He's the only one who knows how to sell. That's why you're making 5 million. Because he's busy managing them non-successfully. And at the time that he has left, he's making 5 million. So this is wrong. I mean, they have to do the money. He has to stay here and manage them. So as a manager, he's really worth nothing. I'll get a better job for him because he's good. And I got a better job for him somewhere else. Because I was working with a lot of startups. So I always could find something like somebody can utilize him. And I came to these 11 guys and I was interviewing them and it's fine. So let's get rid of him. So they said to me, Offer, okay, so please find us a good VP sales. So I told him, well, we need somebody who is really nasty guy. I need somebody who's fucked up. Somebody nobody will like. Why? Because this company is a kindergarten. Everybody's happy and the company is not making money. I'm sorry. I need to find somebody who will beat their ass, send him to make sales, and he will sit here. Fine, find one. So I got a recommendation for a guy. I asked him to come to my home office. I had a private home at that time. And in the basement, kind of the lower level of the house, I had like a 3-story house. In the basement, I had a little office. Not little, it was a nice office. So I asked him to 5 p.m., this guy. And I told my wife at that time, which was a different wife, I told her, let him wait for me 20 minutes, and I will stay in the upper floor, just wait there to see how angry he can become. Okay, I was home. I could go there. After 20 minutes, I go down and say, hi. And he looks at me, this guy, who came to be interviewed to get a job. And he was nasty enough to tell me, what's this? What's this? Like, why are you late? And I interviewed him, and we had a very bad discussion between us, okay, with some F words and stuff. And by the end of the conversation, I told him, I want you as a VP for our company. And he looked at me and says, after all this conversation, you want me? I said, yes. Everything was done for purpose here. I was late because I wanted to see, okay, how bad person you are. And here's the case that I have. And this is how I want you to behave. And you're going to be as not nice as you've been now to all the salespeople. And you cut off everything they have. They will not fly business. They will not go to 4-star hotels. They will not do and not do. Come to the company and say, this is the guy. And he really got a bad name, this guy. I didn't know it before. And I said to them, okay, this is your new guy. They heard about him before. Some of them knew him. Because, it's like everything is in Tel Aviv, so everybody knows everyone. And nobody liked it. And the VP, HR, you're ruining my company. What are you doing to my company? People love to work here. I said, yes, but they don't make money. So for now, because they love working here, not making money, they should hate and make money. That's me. That's how I think. I'm kind of, very down-to-earth personality. And by the way, this company made $90 million that year. And then they got to $200 million, almost $200 million the second year.
Wow.
The CEO left the company to get a better position in a better company because it was very known as a successful company.
I love it.
The VP guy, he became a vice president executive in one of the biggest companies in the world, who were the investors, by the way, of our company. And all those guys, the salespeople and everybody else, they remain my best friends. And the reason is very simple. You see, from every sale, they made like 1.5%. Okay, besides of, getting the salary and everything else. Each one of them went back home with 19 to 20 salaries per year. This is the amount of money they make. Instead of making 12 months, the amount of money they accumulated is like 19 months of work in 12 months.
Sure.
And they were happy to make the money.
Sure.
So this is the way I think. So if this guy is a great salesperson, let's get rid of him because I need a VP. And if the company is very happy and not making money, then the company should suffer to make money. So you see, what I'm doing, it's logically, I'm thinking this way. By the way, everybody were happy in the end because they made money and the company was successful and nobody closed it. And he got his 1 million. I got my $150,000 for my work. Everybody's happy. 170, that's mine. And that's it. It's the simplicity of how I can simplify everything that I see. I can simplify. I look, with straight eyes on the materials, and I'm just thinking what people call out of the box in a destructive way. So if there's a good guy who makes money and 11 people don't make money, we'll get rid of him. And if they don't know, if he didn't know how to manage them, we need somebody that will manage them. He was nice to them. I need a nasty guy. Being called in creativity, there's a tool. It's being called problem reversal. Problem reversal, that you reverse the problem. So if this doesn't work, the opposite will work.
I love it. I love it. That's so amazing. That's so amazing.
$180 or $90 million. All of them got better positions everywhere. And
I love it. That's just brilliant. I've had the privilege of getting a lot of people. Every once so often, somebody comes and says, "Tim, I want to work with you." And I've seen some of these people, they have like millions of followers on Twitter or Facebook. And then I also see them present on stage and I go, wow, this guy's like really awesome. And then when I work with them, I'm like, how do you make money? Like these people, like I've seen people who like have big social media followings as example, but they don't know how to make money from it.
Yes.
And this is a different version of the same story. Now, in this case, it's a company. That's a great company to work for or work at, but the company's not making money.
Exactly.
So how is it that you help companies make money? What's the secret sauce? Because in my case, when somebody says, like I see a lot of, let's say, chief revenue officers, sales directors, whatever, and they fundamentally believe, you know, there was a point in our history of time where there was people fundamentally believed the world is flat. And there was nothing you could say to them, but just like religiously, like this is like the world is flat, right? In today's world, I see people that believe they need to have a website, which I understand. Then they need to have social media. And then they need to have blog, and then they need to have influencers. And like they're spending so much time and money on things that don't directly impact their pocketbook.
Yes.
Like it's just like,
that's not the way
that drains cash and energy. That activity drains cash and energy, and that activity drains cash and energy.
Let me give you, I will give you an example maybe. I'll tell you a story.
Please.
Might be, and then I will explain to you what I want to say. Okay.
I love your stories.
We have a product that we'll sell online.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a course for parents how to raise your children.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes $200,000 per month, and we just started the sales like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning. We'll get to $2 million per month. Don't worry. Now, a woman bought it from Canada. Winnipeg. The coldest place on earth. And she wrote to me and she said, I have a question for you. This is what I was doing with your videos. I was watching your videos and I wrote a diary. And I'm a guy who always tests small steps. Always. That's what I do. That's my work. Test the small steps. Test them. See what works. It's a small step. It's not costly. And I can see people making a lot of money without a website. So I've been doing this. So, and I'm saying to her, okay, this is really nice. This is what you're supposed to do. Can you send me the diary you're writing, please? I will give you some feedback. Wow, master buyer will give me feedback, of course. And she sent me the first 6 days. And it was beautiful what she wrote. Then I told her, can we talk on Skype? And we talked like, for half an hour. I said, can you send me every day this? I will read it and I will give you feedback for each one of them. And I will also coach you every day on how to coach your children. She got 2 children, 5 and 7 years old. It's like, well, I have this product, coaching by measurement, but now it will be only it's by mail, it's email coaching, right? So email coaching just to raise your children. So I will create the templates and everything and I'll work with you. And then I said to her, even like once a week, you can send me a 30 seconds video of your kids playing the game and I will feedback. I will give you some feedback. She said, wow, I want to pay for it. I said, no, that's the deal. I mean, you give me the material so I will know how you're using it. And I will give you this, version of coaching for free. No, I want to pay for it. You are the master. And I'm saying, how much are you willing to pay? I said, well, at least it's worth, I wish I couldn't do more because I'm not rich, but at least I would pay you $500 per month for this coaching. And we charge $360 for this kind of coaching, okay? And she said, well, at least $500. I was wondering with myself, why? Because it's her children. It's worth more. The value is bigger than for yourself. And I said, no, the deal is that if you want the deal, then it's free. And why? Because immediately I knew that I have a new product, premium. Okay, I have 200 buyers. I will call all of them, say, do you find it hard, when nobody is giving you feedback daily that you're doing something right with the children? would you like to pay $500 per month and get daily coaching? You know, us going through the process of the course and step by step take you by hand and tell you what to do and how to do. And then I got a concept. It's a premium concept for the 200 people who bought the product. You just tell them by email, and suddenly 22 people say, we want it. And if she didn't call me and tell me, I wouldn't think about it, right? Then this is the simplicity. You see, I see something and I see an opportunity. Because there are two things in it. She said, I would send you an email every day. So I said, I would send you an email every day. So now it's a coaching system. It's a feedback system. It's a loop, feedback loop. And then I'm saying, so, okay, so if it works, probably it will work in another 100. Why not? Let's try. And the second thing is be smart. Ask the client how much he wants to pay. And if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. It doesn't matter. Because you might be surprised that some people will rather pay you even more.
I love it. That's great. That's great.
And I've seen it in the past. I've done it with my clients. Have you asked your clients how much they're willing to pay?
I love it. I love it.
You know? So this is the simplicity that I go. And then I just would give you another sample of simplicity with that woman when she said to me, you know, I bought my child a Lego yesterday, a Lego box. To the young one, it was a tractor, and for the older one, I bought an airplane. Airplane, yeah. So, wow. And ask her, and how long did it take them to build it? Because, you know, it has, you know, in the box, it tells you exactly how to do it step by step until you have, you know, a tractor, right? She said 10 minutes. And then what? And that's it. And how much did you pay for it? $47. Why would you pay $47 something that a child will use only once and throw away? You know, that's rich. Because Lego, they're smart. I said, let me tell you how wrong you are. You see, they will never break it and rebuild it. Because it's boring. What you did, you were telling your child to learn how to take this list of orders on how to build something, okay, and build it. Basically, you are preparing your child to work in a manufacturing line, which robots can do already. Do you want your child, okay, to work in an assembly line in the future?
No.
No. So why do you give it to do a work of assembly line? So you see, let me tell you something about the technology world. There are three kinds of people in the technology world. Developers, people know how to code. They went to a course, they know how to code. These are the lowest level. There's another level above them, the seniors. People with 5 years of experience that can lead a project. They don't just develop, they know how to lead a project. This is the seniors. But there's the third level, those who went to computer science, they have algorithmic thinking, okay, which are different. And they are not developers, they're something different. Do you know what it is? It says, no, I don't know what it is. How do you call these guys? What is the name of what they do? Okay, do you know? Says, no, I don't know. So I tell her, look, think about engineering. Somebody has to design the product. Who is it? She's thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and she can't say what it is. Do you know what it is? Think about yourself for a second.
No.
What is it?
What is what? Sorry.
You see, if somebody builds, if somebody is designing a house,
yeah.
How do you call this guy? An architect.
Architect.
Computer architects, okay, are being paid 5 times more than developers. But you want your child to work in an assembly line.
Yeah.
Instead of teaching you how to become an architect. You see, if you go to Lego store and you just buy pieces of Lego, it will cost you half the cost because it's not pre-ready box. You can buy a lot of pieces, 20 of these, 30 of these, 40 of these. And then you go to the internet and you click, let's say, houses or teacups or whatever. And you look at pictures on Google and you see millions of pictures which are inspiration for you.
Mm.
And you tell your child, look at this inspiration of this house. Can you build it with Lego?
Mm.
Now, it's like imagination. If you can see something and you can build it, it means that you have a different ability than somebody on an assembly line, because nobody's telling you how to build it. You have to think how to design the process of build-up.
Mm. I love
And
it.
this is where you're wrong. So for her, it was a huge insight. I'm saying, don't make your child a production line employee.
Yeah. That's
Give him
funny.
the opportunity to become an architect,
That's
which is the
funny.
big difference.
That's amazing.
And the cost will be half, and the child will play with it forever. Because after he built one plane, he will not build anything else with it.
Wow.
Make your child rich, not Lego.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is the way I think.
I love it. In preparing for today's call, I went yesterday to a bookstore, and I asked the bookstore to show me their top business, the books, the business books that are their top sellers. And I just want to just show you what this individual showed me. One of the books was the Four, which is the hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. I love this one. Why so many incompetent leaders? Why there's so many incompetent leaders? Then there was the laws of human nature. Great leaders have no rules. I think these were like the top books that individual told me about, kind of thing. So why am I sharing this with you? Is you had told me maybe a year ago that you never pursued education, but you read thousands and thousands of books, and you came to the conclusion that there was a common denominator you saw in all these books. What I thought was interesting, I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on it. Like, I just love to just get your thoughts on it. Here are the top books that are selling today. What do you see in a trend? What should somebody pay attention to, and why?
It depends how you look at it. Well, usually if I'll go to read the book in a certain area, certain subject, I will buy 10 of them. Okay. Because it's easier to read 10 than rather read one. Let me explain. I will take the first book. I will take my marker. Okay.
Yeah.
We will start to put, colors on the words that I like, on the sentences that says something to me, that are insights for me. Okay. And I just go through the first book and read everything. Ding, 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 finish. Then I write a lot of notes on the side. I will explain to you how I'm writing the notes in a second. Then I take the second book. And then what I say in the second book, that I already know at least 10%, because it was in the other book. There are not so many news, on the same subjects.
Uh-huh.
If one guy will tell you that to get at 5 o'clock a.m. in order to do your work, and you buy these personal development books, you will find them at least in 3 or 4 books. The same idea. But people take inspirations from other books, right? Now, you go to the second book, and you find the 10% you already know.
Uh-huh.
Let's assume it's the same number of pages, just for the sake of conversation. Then if the first book took you 4 hours, the same book will take you for less than 4 hours, like 3 hours and 30 minutes. You go to the third book, and then you find some information there that you already read on the first and the second book. So you jump over, you just scan it. And then you finish it in 3.15 minutes, 3 hours and 15 minutes. When you get to the last book, you will finish the book in 15 minutes because you have read all the stuff before.
Mm.
Okay. So now I do spend like 20 hours to read all the 20 books. But usually if a person buys one book, it will take him 4 hours. So to finish one book is 4 hours. To finish 10 books is 20 hours, which is half of the time.
Mm.
Okay. And now I have a vast wide spectrum of knowledge on the same subject, because I took it from 10 different books. Every time you go to the second book, the next book, the next book, you can see things that you've read already in the first 3 or the first 4 or the first 5.
Yeah.
So now you spend less time reading, because if you will read the second book on the same subject 2 years ahead, you already forgotten what you've read. So I buy 10 of them immediately, like ding, 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 20 hours, finish 10 books. And I have vast knowledge, very wide. The second part is what do you do when you read a book? You see, I read a book very slow. Usually you can scan a book quite fast. So it takes me a little more than any other person. But the 10 books total, I'm reading less than half of the time of any other person. Because when I take the book and I read the sentence, the only thing I do with the sentence that I read is I write a question. I have like a workbook on the side, okay, like this, okay, and I write a question. The question is about the sentence. Let me show it to you. I'll show you an example. Let me open Kindle, okay? Okay, this is a book that I'm reading now. You can see, okay, I have this marker thing.
Okay, yes, I see that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, these different colors.
Yeah, yeah.
Red, yellow, and green. Okay, red means most important. Yellow, okay, it sounds interesting. Green is kind of more action oriented. I can use it for action, right? Red is be aware. Yellow is like in between. So here is a sentence in the book. Teachers should prepare their students for the student's future, not for the teacher's past. That's a sentence in a book. Okay? I look at it and say, wow, what an amazing statement. Teachers should prepare their students for the student's future, not for the teacher's past. And I think about it and I write a question. And it could be many questions. See? I can say, what should teachers do? Or why they should prepare for the student's future? Or why do teachers, okay, prepare the children for their own past, the teacher's past? I'm just writing a question. And then I'm answering the question. So I'm writing a question and I'm answering. Now I have a much deeper understanding of that sentence. I'm not doing to all the sentences, just to know that I marked, it was highlighting, okay? Now, reading this one page, ask me now after, marking, after reading 6 books about the same subject, and after writing the questions and answer, ask me now, can you give us a lecture on this field? And you would see me on stage giving you an amazing lecture on that field. And also because I'm using 2 other skills. A skill that I developed, which is being called the art of dialogue. How do you talk to audience? Where do you put the accent on which word? Where there's the space between 2 words? How do you emphasize different elements? I wrote a whole system about it. How to speak, either to investors or how to speak to audience. So this is one thing. And the other thing is that I have tools to convince logically every listener that what is being stated is correct based on data. I'm very convincing the way I'm talking because I have skills that I'm using to convince. These are skills. I'm not a genius of any kind. I'm using the skills. The skills are based on something called systems dynamics or system thinking. Because I can logically connect elements that you will say, yes, that is very rational. I go to the rational moment. I'm going to the rational process. I will prove you rationally, okay? Not manipulating you. Rationally, that this statement is correct. and I have this skill how to do it. And then I might give you even like the next 5 steps you need to take. 5 steps. What should you do tomorrow morning? Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it in that sequence. It will solve your issue. As a teacher, as a business person, or as a manager, or whatever. These are all skills. People don't have those skills. That's why I wrote 200 methodologies. Full of skills. The problem with most people, they don't have the skills. It's not talent. It's not passion. You know, all this shit. It's not motivation. These are all outcomes of not having the right skills. These are all outcomes of the wrong skills. That's it.
Enough.
Hmm?